welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara Jordan, Tammy Turns Pages. I am so glad that you are here and that you decided to turn pages with me today. Today we are not in our usual location, but instead I am on vacation for the next week. And so I thought I would do a reading vlog while I'm on vacation. So I'm going to show you the books that I brought on vacation. I may or may not read these books. I do also have my Kindle, so I plan on possibly reading something or a few things from my Kindle. We'll see. This is going to be 6 days long, this vacation, so hopefully I can get to at least 3 books. So the first one is What I Was Doing While You Were Breeding. I don't know a lot about this, but I do know that this has to do with travel, and so I kind of wanted to bring a couple of travel books, so this is one. The next one is The Finders Keepers. This is by Sarah Adler. This one is like a treasure hunting kind of thing, and I thought it'd be perfect for the town I'm in. I'm in Oakhurst, as you would have seen, and Oakhurst is a mining town, and so I thought this would be kind of perfect for that. I also brought a library book, Anywhere With You. This is by Ellie Palmer. This one is another travel type of book, so I thought, again, this would work for what I'm trying to do. And then the last one, hopefully I can get to it, is What We Harvest. I don't know if I'll be able to get to all of these, but What We Harvest. This one is sci-fi and fantasy and YA horror, but I've been wanting to read this one for a while, so I thought, maybe that one too. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, and let's just enjoy this little vacation together. I think I'm gonna start this book down by the creek, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk down to the creek and start reading now. It is the next morning, and I wanted to give you a quick update on Finders Keepers by Sarah Adler. I got to chapter 17, page 180, and I just wanted to, about halfway through the book, and I just want to talk to you about it really quickly. This book follows the main character, Nina Honeycutt. She is a 35-year-old woman who has just gotten out of a 7-year relationship with her boyfriend, who was very uninterested the whole relationship. And they randomly one night just have an argument and they just stop talking to each other. Quinn, who was her high school sweetheart slash best friend slash secret crush slash basically all-encompassing everything, they had been friends because I think he lived next door or close to her, very close by, and became friends in the neighborhood. while they're growing up, and something happens between them that we haven't learned about yet, still haven't learned about it, that causes them to no longer speak to each other. Nina is in a hard spot. She is, like I said, broken up with her boyfriend, but also she has just lost her job. And unfortunately, Quinn is also in a very hard spot right now. They do end up getting a chance to try to find this inheritance. Whoever finds it gets to keep it. So they are both tied to that, and it is inevitable that they have to work together. I'm liking it so far. I'm about halfway through. It's cute. I think it's kind of cozy, especially the second chance romance. Nina's very like standoffish and sarcastic, and then Quinn is very cold. And part of the coldness is I think he feels bad for whatever happened when they were 17 years old. I will come back when I finish this book. We are now off for an adventure, and I will show you some things I see. Okay, we are back from exploring. It's about 4 o'clock now, and I was able to get to chapter 26. Yeah, so basically Quentin and Nina are old friends, but they also are reigniting their relationship after a 17-year hiatus because of something that happened. Now, we don't really know what happened yet. Even now, we still don't know what happened between them, but we do know, and I didn't say it the first time, but we do know that it was part of this treasure hunt. This treasure hunt has been around for a while. A very eccentric heir in their town, I think he was the heir to like seltzer water, in their town, left this like weird treasure map. And the book starts off with him explaining like how much he likes games, and like explaining him setting up this treasure hunt for people in his town to try to figure out. But something happened 17 years ago with them trying to figure it out together that didn't go well. They are working together now to find the treasure again. They are starting to have more feelings for each other. There has been some things that have happened after a night of getting a little bit tipsy that were fun to read. And they're still unsure how everything is going to go, but it's very clear that they have things for each other. Not a lot of treasure hunting is happening. It's more like focused on their relationship and like them building it up again, but you know, that's fine. I think I have about 70 pages left. I'm going to try to finish this tonight. But I am still really liking it. And tonight's dinner is Carl's Jr. We're very healthy over here.
Living our best life.
Mm-hmm.
Chunk status.
But good morning. It is about, I think, 7:30 in the morning, and we are about to go out to our for our adventure. But I wanted to give you an update on Finders Keepers. I was able to finish this book last night after we got, I think we got Carl's Jr., yeah. And then we just stayed in, and it was really fun. It was really good. I did like this book. I thought it was cute. I do like Sarah Adler's writing. I've read another book that she has written. Sorry about the birds. Well, I'm not sorry. They're really beautiful, but I did read Happy Medium, and I love that. I would still say I liked Happy Medium better than this one, but this is probably a solid 3.5. This was a really fun book. I liked the treasure hunting elements to it. The payoff, in my opinion, wasn't exactly what I expected, but it wasn't bad. I also liked that there was a lot of like 90s references in here, because the main character is 35, and so there's a lot, or 30, 34, something like that. She's in her mid-30s, and yeah, I like that. Like the stuff that she was talking about like Buffy, and she was talking about like, I don't know, just like all of these like pop culture references. Some people don't like that in books, but I do, because it kind of takes me back. it's part of, you know, her story. I also did like the relationship between them, so yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah, and there was something else in this book that I thought was kind of interesting. Was there were these like mysterious kind of interview excerpts that do feed into the story and give the story a lot more depth and meaning, and also give it kind of like a second storyline to the book. So yeah, I like this a lot. I was able then to start Anywhere with You. This one is by Ellie Palmer. I was able to get to chapter 13, which is page 164. Yeah, I was jamming through the book. Last night I read until I fell asleep, and then I read this morning for, I don't know, like an hour and a half so far. I got up pretty early, but I like this so far. This book follows our main character, Charlie and Ethan. Charlie and Ethan are childhood best friends. Charlie is going through a divorce. She is stuck at a dead-end job that she does not like. Her ex-husband, she finds out, is already seeing someone else, which is terrible, and he divorced her not very long ago, without any really word or really letting her know how he was feeling. She is spiraling, and so she drunk texts Ethan, her best friend, or her old school best friend. They're not really that in touch anymore. And she just says, like, I need you. He drops everything and he comes to see her. He's currently doing van life. He's living out of these vans. He's fixing them up. He used to be a famous, well, semi-famous, in a semi-famous band. So he used to be like a guitarist and lead singer, I think, in a slightly famous band. And that went kaput. So now he's just trying to survive and do this as his occupation for now. He is very unstable in Charlie's eyes, and so Charlie never ever thinks that she can have anything with him. Her sister ends up calling her and telling her, I am eloping and I am doing it this weekend. And she thinks, you know, Ethan has a van. We're both in Minnesota. Yeah, so this takes place mostly in Minnesota and the North Shore, Lake Superior. And she decides to drive with him to the van, in his van, to stop her sister from getting married. That's basically what is driving the plot. During that drive, and basically where I'm at so far, because about half the book left, during that drive, they start to uncover their past feelings and why they have such a hang up about possibly being together. It's kind of where I'm at right now. They're starting to, she's still really closed off, and she does have like a lot of emotional intimacy issues right now, of course, because she just got divorced, and he is just not reliable in her mind. But is that true? Is he not reliable? So anyway, I'm liking this so far. I'm gonna try and finish it today if I can. We do have some driving that we have to do today, so try and finish it, and then I will give you a little bit more of a review or an update when I'm finished.
Soft light falls on quiet sand. You almost leaned in. Shadows move, skin to skin. Something unspoken. Will you let me in? You and I will always have that one night. Come morning light, we'll always have that sunrise. shadows fade. You step back, I step away. Nothing's broken, nothing new. Only the sunrise over you and I will always have that one night come.
Good morning. It is actually 2 days later, and I wanted to share my review of Anywhere with You by Ellie Palmer. We're actually about to leave this beautiful property today, so I wanted to give you a little update. I was able to finish this book, and I did enjoy it. I think I would probably give it a 3.25. I loved the banter. I loved the traveling and the adventures that Ethan and Charlie went on. I loved getting their backstory and why things necessarily didn't work out the first time, and kind of what caused their miscommunication. I wouldn't say there's technically a miscommunication trope full blown in here, but there is a little bit of miscommunication in this, and that's what's causing all the tension. I thought it was just very, very cute how much she loved her sister and how much she wanted for her sister to just be happy and to be safe and loved, because they have no relationship with their mom and dad. So I thought that was really beautiful too. I also like just reading about Lake Superior and like different areas. At one point they're in Wyoming too, which I think is kind of fun. And yeah, it just kind of takes me back. I just love reading traveling books while I'm traveling. I think it's more fun. But yeah, I did enjoy this. There was a particular part that I also really liked in this book, where it's basically dual timeline, and so you're getting snapshots from before and then from after. So like when they first met each other, and then like a year after that, and a year after that. So it's like 15 years ago, 14 years ago, 13 years ago, etc. And some of it's like email, some of it's told in text, some of it's told in like written letters, and I thought it was really cute. So I did really enjoy this. I'm going to move on to the next book, which is What We Harvest, and I will probably give you an update when I'm in the next location. Location in Three Rivers, and I am going to start this new book called What We Harvest. First of all, I love it here. I'm going to have to come back because it's so beautiful, so peaceful. There's a lot of like beautiful things on the property that I will have shown you already, but it is supposed to rain tomorrow, but hopefully I will be able to access and use some of this stuff. But all I know about What We Harvest is that this is the story about this is YA. This is a story about a girl who, I think her town is being overrun by some type of fungus or something. It's like a fungus that's overrunning the town. I don't know, but I'm excited to read it. It gets really good reviews, so I'm gonna start it now. All right, it's the next day, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about Where I'm At in What We Harvest by Anne Freistadt. I was able to get to about halfway through this book, which is chapter 10. Yep, page 186. And so far, I'm really liking it a lot. It follows our main character, Ren. She is a high school student who her small town is taken over pretty much by a weird, mysterious disease that initially started infecting smaller animals like rodents, and then moved on to like bigger animals, livestock, cows, horses, etc., and has now since moved on to infect humans. And she is technically going to work, I think it's called the blight. She is technically working on the field. They know that it's a certain type of plant that is causing the blight to happen in the field, and she stumbles upon some plants that accidentally expose her to this disease and doesn't want to tell anybody. She does end up reaching out to her ex-boyfriend, Derek, who comes over right away, and she's nervous because her parents haven't come back from their daily. They basically go out and they try to find other people and try to help people, and also try to like find food and you know resources, because they're obviously lacking in resources. And so they don't come back, and she starts to get really worried. She reaches out to Derek comes right away, and she is now trying to find her parents and try to figure out where they are. I'm actually at the point now where there's been a culmination of things that have happened, and mysteries have been revealed that are really interesting. He's obviously still interested in her, and we're getting some backstory on why they stopped dating as well. But it is so good so far. Cannot put it down. It's amazing. And yeah, I'm really liking it. I think the scenery too is helping me kind of get into this book. But I'm liking it. It's YA, it's horror, it's sci-fi, and it's kind of reading a little bit like Annihilation too, which if you've ever read Annihilation, that's like the adult version. But anyway, I'm liking it so far, and I will give you a little more of an update or a review when I finish. So I finished What We Harvest this morning, and I really, really like this book a lot. This is YA sci-fi horror and a little bit of fantasy. And yeah, this was really, really good. I think I would probably give this probably a 4-star. It really, really reminded me of like a young version of Annihilation. And Annihilation is actually, fun fact, the book that got me back into reading many years ago, like maybe 8 years ago now. But yeah, so I really did like this a lot. Wish this was a series. It's not. It does end, wraps itself up, so that's good. There were a lot of twists, a lot more twists than I expected, especially after I talked to you. I was like, oh, we are kind of in a big twist right now. There were more. It kind of left me thinking like, how are we going to get out of this? How are they going to figure this out? But yeah, I thought this was very quick and very fast paced and very fun and spooky, kind of spooky too, and just really like zombie-ish like elements to it as well. I think anybody would enjoy this. So if you like kind of what I described, I think you'd really like this book. This was really, really fun. Now I kind of want to read. I think this author only has 2 or 3 books out, so now I kind of want to read the other books this author has as well. But yeah, I enjoy this and I think you will too. So that is the end of this vlog. I really, really hope that you enjoyed watching me read these books in this beautiful scenery on my vacation. If you like my video, please don't hesitate to like, comment, share, subscribe. Please consider subscribing as it does wonders for a channel as small as mine. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.